Right, so it's just a quickie this morning. It's a Chausson Etape line 630, but pretty much the same for most of the Chaussons from what I gather. Usual problem, it's a Ford Transit. There's no connection between the management computer and the cab battery and the solar system, so you can charge when running the engine, but you can't charge the engine from the solar, unlike some of the Fiats, some of the Swifts that use the Sergeant box, and it's got intelligent battery balancing in there between the two, but obviously there's problems with that and the airbags and stuff, but let's not say too much about that on the Fiats. But what we have got is we can use something called a battery master. I think about 70 quid or something. If I remember, I'll put the link in. You connect there's two positives on and a negative on here. You connect it up to the leisure battery positive and the charging side of it, and the cab battery link into this split charger that does the split charging. This isn't actually the charger, this is just the split switch that when it detects you're running off the car battery, it then feeds off the alternator to charge the leisure batteries. So there's obviously a feed from the alternator and the cab battery in there and the thing. So what you do is you put it between there. What it does is it makes that connection back. It's a clever little unit, so it doesn't allow the cab battery to be drained. In favour, it holds that. It's only if the leisure batteries are higher than the cab battery, it'll start hiving off some of that charge from the electric hookup or the solar to charge up that. Right, so the cover's just come off. It's just 4 screws. If it's a non-Chausson, just find out where your feed comes in to the relay. If you have got a Chausson and you've got problems with your fridge isn't coming on when you're driving, or the leisure batteries aren't being charged when you're driving, it's more than likely you've blown, I think it's that one, it could be that one, one of these 5 amp fuses, and that can generally happen if you jump start it or charge it, or I can't remember what it was that I did that was stupid, that I might have driven the car with the electric hookup on, though that shouldn't really have done it. But anyway, one of these blew, and the fridge wasn't working when we were driving, so there wasn't any 12 volt coming in from the alternator, so it wasn't charging the batteries either. So it's usually one of these, and what that does is that controls the relay that turns the big one on, which is that big fuse there. Just in case you're wondering, that's it's rather unhelpful, because the battery master's got a brown lead and a red lead, and they're the opposite way round, so don't get confused by it. I am reliably informed that that is the car battery, the cab battery, and that is the leisure battery, which makes sense because that's going off to this thing here and disappears off in there. So that makes kind of sense. So that's the car side, that's the leisure side. So what we need to do is we need to drop a power feed onto there and a power feed onto there, and we also need to go and hit the neutral. So any one of these, because that's your neutral buzz bar there. It's not really a buzz bar, it's a neutral bar. If it was a buzz bar, it wouldn't be. So what I've got to do is just stick a couple of ring connectors on and fit them in there, and then jobs are good, and away we go. Right, so here's the battery master unit itself, and as you can see, we've got a red wire, a brown wire, and a black wire. Brown wires for the cab battery, red wires for the leisure battery, black wires thing. That's what I was saying unhelpfully, that Chausson have got it the other way round. This is the card that you get with it, so it tells you, it's very clear what it does. You really can't get it wrong. As long as you can identify your feeds, you're fine. The only reason I know what these are, well, it's obvious kind of, because this feed comes in from under there, and that's where the cab battery is, under here. and the leisure batteries are under there, and that wire's going off that direction to the leisure batteries. If you've got a Fiat, it's slightly different, because I think the leisure battery is under the driver's seat and the cab battery is under there, or under there somewhere, or in the thing. I can't remember. I had a Fiat before, but never really had an issue with it. What makes this one a bit unusual is this has got some additional wiring in as well for another battery that is under there, but I think that comes through from somewhere else, so I'm not entirely sure where how that feeds over there, or whether it goes under the floor or through another place, but it's under there anyway. And I think I've videoed me doing that. Now you can actually, on some of them, you can actually fit two batteries side by side under there, but apparently we don't mention that on the Chausson owners group, because they get a bit snippety about people asking questions, which is quite right if there's plenty of stuff on there already. Now the bit that confuses me with this one is that I have got two batteries, so that's obviously going there, that's going there, but what I can't work out is why I've got a red that goes that way, and I've also got a red that goes that way as well. So it almost, if I wasn't any better, you know, didn't know any better, I would say that would make more sense to be the leisure battery, B1, because it's going off over there. So I will just go and check my sources on that. But it's definitely, the pictures I've seen have got the brown wire on the red and the red wire on the brown, which would kind of make sense, but who knows, really. But I'm pretty sure that's the fuse that blew the other day, was that one, and I dropped that one in, and that was that's not blown, is it? No. Right, that's definitely the leisure side, because I've just heard the leisure relay kick on, and this is that's the feed to the alternator that feeds into the 12-volt circuit. So that is the cab side, so that's fairly obvious. That's just proved that, in fact. So if I pull that out, that's the feed for that. So I keep banging on it, I'm probably upsetting it. It makes more sense as well, because I suspect that's the control. That's got proper upset with me now. Anyway, right, enough waffle, let's crack on with this. The thing I need to do is I need to find some ring things that fit that and one of these, and it can go on any of these, so I'll probably put it on that one because there's a bit more space on that one. I'll do it that way up. I just found this in the garage. It's a brand new box of connectors. I've got some connectors, but I've had them years, and I'll be honest, they're a bit shit. Every time I've crimped, they don't always work. Yeah, I think that's I think they were some of the fuses that I used. When we blew the fuse, I couldn't find the spare fuses, and the only fuse I could find was a spare fuse for something else, and it was rated too high, but then I did find the missing fuses. Right, that might be about right. No, that's massively too big. They are big, aren't they? Right, bear with me while I find one. We've got a couple of connectors now, so I'll just bob them on the end of there. Right, they're all nicely connected up. Right, let me see if I can put you somewhere where you can see the voltmeter. If I put the voltmeter down there, because I didn't realise you'd chop that off. I didn't realise I'd not pressed go. So if you put that on there and I read that, we're getting about 2.28 on the leisure side. We are getting 2.25 on the thingy side. It should be producing a little bit of, it's a very sunny day today, but I am in a little bit of a shadow here, so we might not be getting the full solar, and it's also middle of winter, it's January, so sun daylight isn't very strong at all. I'm going to go and hook this up to the mains battery now. Sorry, I didn't realise you've got half a shadow on there. We'll go and hook this up to the mains. I think what you might have missed was I had to turn the control panel on over here, but if you look at if you just want an idea on the control panel, we're at the first green bar on there, slightly higher on the cab battery, but we've just been charging that, so, but they're both about the same, so that's why it's not. If anything, the cab battery is slightly higher, so it's weird, it says slightly higher on there, and that's a slightly higher on there, but this has got a load on it as well, so if I turn that off, that might go slightly higher. No, maybe not. I'm clutching at straws there. Right, cool. I can remote control into the split charger for the two leisure batteries is under there. So I don't know what that's telling me at the moment. I can't quite see it. By the looks of it, it's telling me I've only got one. No, that's it. So it's telling me which battery it's charging if it was plugged in, but it will be taking a charge from the solar and it's charging one of these. So when both of these are up to I think it just starts flicking between the two. So they must be fairly even, because when I pulled the relay out of there, it was flicking from one side to the other. I do just need to tidy up the wiring a bit and put this cover on, which we'll do now. I didn't know whether to slip something over the top of them, but I think they're going to be fine there. I'll just tuck them out of the way, and the earth wire's fine up there. I was going to put a bit of like this concertina stuff that's on one of these, that stuff there. I've got some of that, but I don't think it needs it, because it'd only fit onto that bit, because the earth's going over there, or we can bring it down there, I suppose. Put a bit of cable around it. Anyway, right, waffle. Pro as well to fasten it in, and it does seem to fit quite nicely, quite snugly in there, so I'll just lob a bit of Velcro in there and chuck it in there. I don't think I could get away with doing it round. It's good that, because you can, I mean, I could get a screw and screw it into that hole there and have it permanently fastened, but I can't see the point. I mean, potentially I could have stuffed it under there as well, which might be an option. Put it there, but I think there's quite nice. It seems to fit quite comfortably into that, in between those two. So we'll just put a bit of Velcro on and just lob it in there. So that's all fastened in nicely. It did actually come with a tie wrap, so I've just tie wrapped them together. I've switched that down to that side, which I probably should have done. I mean, I could have fitted it under there and that, but at least it's nice and clear. It's on its own. If it gets warm, it's got no wires underneath it. You can clearly see it. I've flipped it over so you can see what it is, so if anybody comes here after me, they know exactly what it is. So we're just going to hook it up to the mains now. Right, there you go. Plugged it into the mains now. There's a lot more charge going in. It's obviously detected now that that the cab battery's got less than the other one, so off it's going. It's charging it up, and away we go. Right, I think that's about it now. There's nothing more to do other than put the case on, hope for the best, and monitor the batteries.